Alrighty guys, what is up? Welcome back to another episode of Shapes 2 with Lone Debater 7, and today we're going to be continuing to work on Milestone 3. We're also going to build out some stuff for blueprints. Now, we already have the build created for Milestone 3. We set that up last time. If you missed the episode, be sure to check it out. There should be a little card thing in the upper right hand corner that'll take you to it if you didn't see it. Anyway, while this continues to progress, I need to get some blueprint stuff set up. The reason for that is, since I'm playing on challenge mode, it costs blueprint points every time I want to cut, paste, or copy and paste. So I really need to get a source of blueprint points in order to scale our operation quickly in a more meaningful way. Because if I were to select something like this, relatively, let's include those, relatively cheap thing, right? Not too many machines or belts, 1,000 blueprint points just for this, right? Now granted, this is doing half of our milestone, but if we were to include the circle portion, which is right here, so zoom out a little bit and include the entire build, something like that, we can't even afford to duplicate this with copy, because guess what? We don't have enough blueprint points. Now with that being said, I am going to make this as a blueprint and call it Milestone 3 First Shape. And then I'm going to set this to a blank icon. I'm going to set this to the number 3. And I'm going to set this, I'm going to see if they have the shape. They don't, so that can be blank. Perfect. I can't afford it. I don't need to. I'm doing it fast enough as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this shape set up. Now the reason why I'm saying this shape instead of just this shape gives us 1 blueprint point per shape, whereas this one gives us 2 blueprint points per shape, and it really only costs an extra circle, so why not? I've got 4 unused circle lines right here. So this line is going to go into the top of the stacker eventually, but for the rest, I need to break this stuff because I'm not using it anyway, and I don't really need to stack these squares. So we'll go ahead and do something like this, just kind of give ourselves some room. That way we can build how we want. And let's see. So this shape, if we go into the zoom mode, and let's go ahead and do quarter views just so we can see. So it's a full circle on top and all but a quarter of a circle, and it on the bottom with a square instead. So, okay, not a big deal, not a big deal. So I need a quarter of a square, and I need 3/4 of a circle. So if I have the swapper, this would be a lot easier. Reason being, the swapper allows you to trade the east and the west half of the shape, so then you can use rotators and swappers as opposed to a bunch of cutters, so it ends up requiring fewer machines. But we don't have that yet, and that's okay. Oh, we just got the next milestone. Fantastic. We do need a square line, 2 square lines actually, to complete the shape. So all we're doing from the first milestone shape to the second milestone shape is adding 2 squares on the bottom ultimately, but we'll bring them in on an elevated line, something like this. We can probably run it like that for one of them. Let's get the stackers in line. So these are going to go boom, 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 boom. 6. I'm going to have another 6 right there. This belt is going to be these, and this belt is going to be these. Or wait, no, that's backwards. Whoops. I need to bring this to a lower level line. So, this can go up like this. Actually, no, we can't. I need to bring it the other direction. So, I do something like this. Bring this up, like that. Boom. Take this over, bring it down. Ooh, I can't even do that. Interesting. So I know I need these now. And I need this out, so maybe I run it like this, and then like this. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so that's one square line. We need to bring another line in. Two. Yeah, remember how I promised not to make spaghetti? That is definitely not happening. Um, well, but we will take advantage of these little launchers. And how can I do this? Can I do a launcher in the air? Oh, I totally can. That is convenient. That just made this a lot easier, frankly. So we'll break this. I don't need to do this. I can just launcher this on the second level. Cool. That is a lot better, if I do say so myself. And I do. So there we go. Plug those in. Run these into their heel. I needed to place an anchor, but I didn't. That's what happened there, so find yourself having that happen to you. Just place an anchor at the corners. It's pretty easy, just tap C, and you're good. Oh, these need to trade places still. Forgot about that. So we'll just clear those. You select and then press I to clear something. Now these are going to be a lot harder to fix. So I actually need to bring this whole line forward one. Because then I can do this. And that still works. It's not perfectly aligned, but that's because I needed to get two lines there. So it's what it is. It's still pretty compact, but this piece right here is the add-on to the previous blueprint we just created to make the next segment of Milestone 3. Now, I also need quarter circles in the corners for another one. Now, I think I'm just going to do it with a single line, utilizing cutters again. And we'll just do the milestone shapes. It's not a big deal. I just thought I would like to get blueprints set up this time. So we will get that done before we end the episode. So if you're trying to see that content, don't worry. It is coming, I promise. I'm just trying to get this stuff set up first. So actually what I should be doing here, this isn't going to work in this compact form because each of these is a full line. Oh, I remember what I do. I normally will bring one elevated. That's right. So actually I'll probably blueprint that because this is going to end up being a very common thing that we have to make, right? And doing this makes it a lot easier for us, I think. Or it will make it a lot easier. So there's one line. Then I have to basically copy this. Not quite enough room. Darn. Okay, so if I shift everything up one, then it'll fit. So let's elevate. Let's take this, cut it. Move it over 1, run our belt there, and do something like this instead. Now with that additional space, um, yeah, I don't know if I can do it like this. Okay, that's fine. It really doesn't matter what side they're coming on anyway. And I do have to rotate all of them, so fine. I was trying to do something fancy. It doesn't quite fit the way I want it to, so is what it is, right? I could get the opposite direction or a 180 rotator. That could be good. But it's okay. I'm not too worried about it. So, we will take... Let's just place the rotators first, shall we? So, I need 3 rotators for each of these, and there's 8, so that is 20, 24. Jeez. That's 12. Yeah, that's 12. So that's enough for half. Oh, I can maybe do this. I just need to put a little space in between these cutters, I suppose. Then it becomes a much easier task. So ultimately, this will likely be down there. Well, do I have to do that? I don't know. Maybe not. So I can't bring it there. I can bring it over like this, though. Take 3 of these. Take 3 of these. Put them elevated. That. And then I just have to connect this to this. Perfect. Okay, that's not too bad. Then I should be able to duplicate this, and frankly, I don't think I need to run it out weird like that. I think I can just run it like this. Yeah, that works. So, now I take this, copy it, flip it once, rotate it twice, place it, and there we go. We got our 8 lines of half circles. Jeez. Okay. Blueprint this. This is halves. Actually, I should take the whole belt. 260 blueprint points for this. Not terrible, right? We'll do like halves. Halves. And I'll call this half shapes 4 quarters. Or actually maybe half shape single rotation. Okay, now we have a choice here. When we're making our quarters, We could go all out and do 4 cutters for each one of these lines. So actually, before we get ahead of ourselves here, let's go ahead and combine these in. And actually, I should redo the blueprint with the outputs built. So I'm going to do that now, just so I don't have to rebuild that. So, half, shapes. And what I can do here, just so I don't clutter up my stuff, is delete the old one, because this is the one I actually want. So, like, boom. Nah. But we don't need to do that. So we've got half circles. We're trying to get quarters in the corners. Let's just do this, shall we? Let's take, like, maybe 1 or 2 lines. Really, we could probably do it with 1 line. 1 line gives us 4 lines of quarters. So, yeah. We could have 4 times 8 or 32 lines of quarters coming out if we wanted to. That would provide us with 16 lines of this, potentially. It's only 480. We don't need that much. So, we're not going to worry about it. Instead, we're going to set up our stackers for the end, because this is where we're going to input to, and we can even get the belts kind of lined up. So we're ready to roll. So this one will go in there, and this one will go in next to it. We also are going to have an elevated line coming in, like that. Okay. So, if we bring this shape over, and we bring this shape over, they're both that corner. So, I need to rotate the other one. I'm just going to bring this up because I know it needs to rotate. So I actually need to rotate it the other direction. So I think it is worth spending the research points. It's only 4 to get the opposite direction rotator. So now we can go the other direction and do it in 1 instead of having to utilize a bunch of them. And we just bring it up and over. Easy enough. Do the same thing for this one. We can make this belt a little bit nicer, kind of, sort of. Whoops. Something like that. Not terrible, right? And there we go. And yeah, we're making our quarters. Fantastic. And if we wanted to speed this up, we can connect in these lines pretty safely, I believe. And these, I think we just output them directly onto a ramp. Yeah, something like that. Oh, whoops. This one should be going into the other one up top. Right? Wait, no. Right is on the bottom, left is on the top. Darn. I was hoping I could do something cool like that, but that's okay. Alright, there we go. For these, I think we will get trash for 4 points. Just so we can void this half off. I set this line up wrong somehow. Why are half of them coming in the wrong way? Huh. Oh, because I put the wrong direction rotator for one of them? Okay. Maybe it's because of this lift? Let's start over real quick, shall we? I did something wrong along the way, and I'm not exactly sure what. But it's okay. $22 from 90. So I do have to recombine them. Okay. Okay. There's our 2 lines of halves. And they're already twisted. It's that one. It wasn't flipped. Alright, that makes a ton of sense. Here we go. Clear the lines. Fantastic. Oh my gosh, that was driving me insane. So, what that means is we can undo all of that. Put this bad mamma back in action. Delete this. Flip it. Reconnect it. And those are all pointing the same direction, right? Just curious. Hmm. Oh, it's because of this. Yeah. Okay. I see. That's actually not a super big deal, I suppose. We'll just let it run. It is kind of trickling, but no, we're not going to do that. Who am I kidding? We can actually build this. This is not that complicated. So we've got our halves. And I think I said I only wanted one line anyway. So like, let's just do a single line of these. They do have to rotate first, so that's okay. Bring this up like that. Okay. Yeah. Then, so this will do one line, then we'll set up the other. there's that. So this actually needs to go out one tile so I can fit the rotators in the sky. Okay, there's one line. Now, I should be able to copy all of this and paste it next to it. Then all that has to happen is these lines get connected, they get dropped down a level, and they get plugged in. Really? How? There we go. Okay. Plug in. Let me just put this guy over here. And there we go. That's the milestone shape. Fantastic. Once this is done, we're just going to stack it on top of this one. So that should be pretty easy. We have 2 lines here, 2 lines here. So all I have to do is determine how I want to run this line and this line into 2 sets of 6 stackers, and then run this line and this line into that on top. And that's about it. We might have to do some rotation to get the corners to line up, but that's okay. So I got squares there. I do have 2 circle lines available. What is broken? There we are. Cool. Yep. That'll give us 2 lines. This will finish relatively quickly. So I can start laying out the next tier. Why not? So I can put 1 there. And 1 there. Sure. Why not? That goes on the bottom. When it does, we'll have this, and I need this piece to sit on top of the square. Just break these, shall we? And then root this belt in. Actually, the plan is to run it over here. That leaves us space to bring in our one line of those, and then the other line we can bring in as well, um, and we can use a ramp potentially to jump if we need to. Or if I bring this line, wait, how do I need to do this? Because I have to make the lift on this tile for this line. So I guess it'd be this line that goes on the inside. So this line, we'd probably raise it up like here, perhaps. Actually, we could make this cleaner. So raise the lift here, put a ramp tile here to jump it here, then run it straight down, over, and then into the things. Unless it needs to rotate, which I think we might end up needing to rotate these, which makes it a bit more complicated. And in fact, it probably would suggest that this line should come out this direction, rotate here, then come up into the air, jump this, and then go across. And then maybe this line I can fit in the rotators here. Actually, I do have 3 tiles, so I could fit the rotators right here. And then bring those in. That could work. We can do something like that. So these are all circles, so... Well, that's churning, which is like 2 seconds away. I'm just going to bring this over, cut these into quarters. I need blueprint points. We're already down to 1100, and I'm being very sparingly using my blueprint points. Like, I'm not using copy and paste as much as I'd like to. That's why the episode's so long, in part. But yeah. So, actually, I can use these. That's not the way to do it. Come on. I know how to do this. Made it a million billion times. Not that much, but feels like it sometimes. So, I need halves to be stacked with quarters. Okay, halves on the bottom, and I can take this one. Do this. So there's that. Now I do need a corner from a square. Which I can grab right here easily enough. So it does mean I need to trash this line. That way I can pull the other one. It doesn't really matter which one, frankly. Ramp it, go down, and yeah, this is actually coming in the correct orientation as well, which is excellent. I know this matters not, and it was working just fine. Um, but yeah, I do kind of want to make this look a little nicer, or like take advantage of stuff. Okay, there we go. Boom. Now this goes up and across. I don't know. Okay, there's that. I need to build this. Okay, there we go. That'll start that back up. Then we'll get this shape. Then I need one more circle and run it through one more set of stackers. That doesn't look that good, so... Okay. And there we go. There's our one line of blueprints. Blueprint points. Now we are getting 2 blueprint points per shape. So that's pretty good and not too expensive, so... I'm gonna just blueprint... Well, frankly, I need to blueprint this whole thing. Okay. Fair enough. But I can clear out... Ah, shoot. Not what I wanted to do. Alright, fair enough. It's fine. B2 for 2 blueprint points. And just like that, our blueprint points are ticking up. Fantastic. Excellent. Now, it's time to figure out the madness for our milestone 3. Let's go. I know you're ready for it. I'm ready for it, I think. So, we need to bring this bad boy up. Now it's coming in like this, which is not where it needs to be, so it needs to rotate 1 degree. Now it's coming out that way, which puts it on top of the squares, which is what we want. Fantastic. Okay. That line. which we now have to finagle into the hub. Oh, I plugged this in the wrong way. Easy enough fix. Okay. This is some spaghetti if I ever saw some, but that's fine. Don't worry about it, game. We're making it happen. We're doing Milestone 3 the way we need to, right? Okay, so that's one line. Now we got this line to bring. No, we have that line running down already. Excellent. We just need to bring this in. So. That's not the spot to do it. Alright, does this need to rotate? It does. There we go. That's the one I need. And just like that, we have 2 lines of the milestone shape set up. You sure? It just got stalled out because these weren't going anywhere until we finished setting up the line. But now they have somewhere to go, and that's completing the milestone. Yeah, man. We got it. Blueprinty time. Milestone 3. All shapes. Bam, bam, bam. What a champ. We got it. Milestone 3. And that's fine. We'll just mark it like that. Cool. And not that I need that blueprint for anything per se, but I just want to make them anyway for future's sake. Maybe I'll want them for something else down the road. Who knows? You never know. I've only played so far in the game, and yeah, with that being the case, there's always more we could do. Like, for example, if I break all of my blueprint stuff that's going on right here, I could duplicate this on the other side and get another 2 lines going on, which would speed this up, but we are going pretty quick anyway, so I'm not too concerned. Now, let's see. These are 2 circle lines. These are squares. Oh, great. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing this task. Just because I know we said that we were going to finish them, and it's been a bit, and I still haven't finished them. So I'm going to finish them. Good. Get it done. Let's do this. Then I need to stack this with a single line. And it doesn't matter which way I do this, I don't believe. But we'll just do it like this. There's 3. Boom. Now I do need a quarter circle and a half square in order to make this shape, which I do have. Oh, these need to be doubled. What is this? These are halves right here. Now I am using half of those quarters to fuel our other stuff, but I have half of these half squares going into the garbage, and they don't have to do that per se. Just so I can see it. Now I don't need to cut them or stack them, so let's just go ahead and delete those. Now I need to stack these with these, so there we go. So those are coming in with that on the bottom. So I need to rotate this so it's coming in on the top. Yeah. There's that. We'll get our research points. And then to do the next one, all we have to do is break this line. We already have a double stack of squares. So we take that, copy it, flip it, rotate it. Like that. This, and then we'll be making the next shape and the last shape for this particular task. So cool. This one, pretty easy. After we get the 240 into the hub, we then just need to chop it in half, then we put a circle on top, and then chop that in half. So, very easy. Oh, it doesn't like this? It actually needs to be rotated? That's stupid. Weird. Okay, fair enough. There we go. That'll do that task. This one will be done soon. This one has a little ways to go. What are we waiting on? These. Why are these not being? Just need to do this. Shoot. Okay, we have to pause blueprints for a moment. Which is unfortunate, but you know what? It is what it is. Those are both supposed to be squares. I'm just making sure that's the case before I start connecting stuff willy-nilly, because I don't want to break everything. Alright, that's pyramids done. Cool. Four stack shape. Four stack same shape. Just cause, never know, right? But I will likely want these squares for something else, so we'll just leave that. Cool. But guys, I think we're going to wrap it up here for today. This was a longer one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to drop a like down below. And yeah, consider subscribing to the channel if you're new and want to see more Shapes content and other factory automation builder game content. You should definitely consider subscribing. It definitely helps me out. If you have any comments, drop them down below. So, like questions, concerns, suggestions, any of that, I am open to all of it. So, no worries, drop it. If you want to, you know, do your thing. But guys, next time we'll complete out milestone 3.